Hey friends, thanks for stopping by for today's video. Today's video is going to be a little different than what I usually do, although I do like to pepper these kind of videos in every once in a while when I get a second. So today's video is going to be on DNF'ing books. For those of you who don't know what that stands for do not finish. This is a very, very polarizing subject in the book community, and I thought it would be interesting to put my opinion out there. It might be an unpopular opinion, but it's mine, and you know, I would love to hear in the comments below what your thoughts are on DNF'ing books. We all have our own opinions, so let's talk about it. While you're here, I would love for you to consider subscribing and also give the video a thumbs up. When you do that, it really does help my channel. So let's get into the nitty-gritty. I will tell you straight up, I rarely DNF a book. Hand to God, rarely ever do it. I have realized in my reading life that I won't really even start a book if I don't think I can't finish it. So I also feel like and have great respect for an author's journey and the words that they put down on the pages and then releasing that to a wide audience to read. I know how much heart and soul authors put into their stories. Whether that's a mystery, whether that's a romance book, whether that's a fantasy book, anything, somebody puts their heart and soul into words on pages for us to read. I love storytellers. I have fallen in love with the romance genre because I love love stories. So automatically, honestly, I'm gonna read the book and I'm gonna finish the book. Now, that being said, in the past, let's say 3 years, I'm gonna say, there have been 2 books that I have not finished. 2 for very different reasons. So think about that. Out of all the books I read, there was only 2 I didn't finish. And one of them, I shouldn't even really count that because I will go back to it. I am not going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you what those books were, but I will tell you that the first one is a book I signed up to read through one of the PR companies that I'm involved in. And I was trying to push my boundaries as a reader. And you guys probably can tell by looking around on my channel that I read just romance and all the tropes underneath that. I don't venture out to like paranormal romance or fantasy romance. I don't go into those genres because I can't really get my head around fantasy or paranormal. Aliens, I don't know. Like, I just can't. Fairies and goblins and stuff like that is just, I don't want to say it's over my head because obviously I know what they are. I just don't connect with it as much as I do like a second chance romance, which is my favorite trope. So I think now there is one caveat to that. I do enjoy a vampire romance, vampire books in general. Not that I've read that many, but vampires I can handle. But when it gets beyond that, the book that I DNF'd was a book about, was it shapeshifters? Or I don't even know the terminology, so I don't even want to like butcher it that bad, but it was like, it was a girl that she ran across this guy and he was like super into her, and it turns out that like he's a bear and so he's a shifter and like she's his mate and she doesn't know that. And yeah, so then he like takes her into the woods and like all these little creatures were around, and like I just don't get it. That is not to say I don't appreciate the writing, because let me tell you, the people that write it, their brains, like the research that goes into it, like, you know, they really do take it seriously, and I take that seriously with them. So therefore, I am not their target audience. So I'm just not. I tried to read the book. I did. I got not even a halfway through, and I was like, I just can't, because I want to share with you guys authentically and organically the books that I like to bring to you. Now, I want to be able to connect with the book, and if I can't connect with woodland creatures shape-shifting between humans, and yeah, I just don't come for me. I appreciate if you like those books, man, go for it. Like, we all have our thing. So that was that book. I just couldn't do it. That's not to say that I'll never go back to trying to read something like that again. So if there is a book along those lines that you feel like is a must read, and you know, like it's so worth it, leave it down in the comments below, because I would love to hear. Now, the second book that I recently did not finish, but I will go back to it, was a book that I had been recommended to by a friend. And then also I actually won the book, a paperback copy, which was freaking amazing. It was a new to me author. She has written other books. This book, though, I was not in the right mental state at the time, which was a couple months ago, to finish the book, because you know the writing is on the wall as soon as you start the book. It is a romance book, of course, and I just, you know what's going to happen. And I don't read a lot of books where this happens. This new to me author, I trusted my friend that recommended, I trust my friend that recommended it to me, but it's about a couple and being soulmates, and them having something catastrophic happen. And I just couldn't. I just couldn't. My dad was in the hospital. They didn't know what was wrong with him. Like, my daughter had just gone back to school. I was a little emotional. My father-in-law had just died. Like, it was just the wrong time for me. But, oh, I freaking loved it. I love the writing style and how she developed their relationship. And it just, I can't, like, I just couldn't go there with my feelings. And I will go back to it, but I couldn't then. And I don't know if I can right now. I'm a mush to read something like that, and with the way the book is, that it was just going to be, you know, I was thinking about my poor mother-in-law. They'd been married over 50 years. And so, okay, sorry, not crying in this video. I made it through the other video I did on the book where the same thing happened, and I didn't completely cry. I'm not going to cry in this one. This is about not finishing books. I'm not crying. So in any case, I feel like since I am not the target audience for some books, that I just am not going to read them. So therefore, I am not a DNF'er. I understand that people can be, but I am not. And selfishly, I set myself up that way. I often am lucky enough that I don't get in reading slumps, which I know can go hand in hand with not finishing books. I just read, and I love love stories. So that's what I read. I like giving books the space to breathe in my heart and mind. and I can connect pretty easily with characters, and I love learning new things. So pretty much I'm going to finish the book. I want to see where the author takes the characters and their story. So that's me. Those are my thoughts on the whole DNF thing. Honestly, you do you, right? We are all different. We have all different opinions. We have all different lives. We have all different quirks. We are all amazing people and readers, and your taste might not be my taste and vice versa, but hey, we can live and exist in this amazing reader community all together. Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys. Let me know, don't forget, in the comments below how you feel about DNFing. I'll see you soon. Bye.